Hey, this is Nicole Kelly, host of Disarming Disability. Thanks for listening to the following show on Public House Media.
Hey, this is Lee.
And this is Chelsea.
And we are the host of your new favorite sales podcast, See Jane Sell.
Join us every Thursday for a new episode where we will tackle the realistic world of sales and maybe teach you a thing or two along the way.
You can subscribe to See Jane Sell on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, CastBox, and Spotify. Thanks, and enjoy the following podcast on Public House Media.
Friends, thank you for tuning in to Rewritten. If we have not interacted or met, my name is Julianne Candia, and I am the host of Rewritten. It is such a treat to have you here. Rewritten was a goal that I had. It was a dream that I had. I love sharing my life. I love sharing content. I think because I deeply so desire to empower people to share theirs. So I want to lead by example in that. I want to model, because I think that there's just so much awareness and joy and discovery when you start to share your story. And I heard that the biggest addiction now, it's not necessarily drugs, it's not necessarily this or that, but it's the approval of other people. And so many people walk around not living into their potential because they are so worried about the judgments of others. And I just have this desire to show people that their story is so massively powerful. And if they were just willing to share it, that they could seriously empower other people and bring light and life to others and connection and joy. And also, when you start to share your story, I feel like it creates healing, it creates responsibility, it allows you to process and learn and grow and be thankful and live a life full of gratitude when you start to deal with your story, when you start to really see your story, that everything that's happened in your life is for you. Everything that has happened in your life is setting you up for the next thing, whether it's with grit, whatever it may be. But we're all experiencing life for the first time. No one has it all figured out. And I just think that the value in you sharing moments that have shaped you, or moments that make you reflect, or moments that have grown you, can really bring a certain perspective to other people. And that is what I seek to do. I really seek to empower others to share their story, to get fit in every area of life, and to live the life that they crave. And so Rewritten is all about rewriting your story, because you are not your past and you are not your circumstances. The things that have happened in our lives are here to guide us or to strengthen us, and we can use that to our advantage instead of disadvantage. There are people that want to play into these stories of limitations. There are people who want to play into their past or the things that have happened in their life for a reason not to go for it. And I just need you to know that I'm not about that. I'm all about growth and just chasing success in a way that strengthens me, but not at the cost of losing myself. And so I really want to teach people how to get fit in every area of life while pursuing any passions and dreams and visions that they have, but living more fulfilled every single day, because I do think that that is a choice. So Rewritten is a podcast and content for you for growth, because you can do anything you want in life, and you can use all the experiences that ever have come into your life as a way to learn, grow, and help and show and share. Eric and I, that is my husband, we are entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley. We've taken massive leaps, and I think when you look at it from the outside in, it looks so brave and so crazy and so adventurous and all these things, but it can be super scary, and it has been. We left what people would say is secure, and we just took massive leaps to leave our jobs and to move across the country and to pursue what it is that we want. And what we want to do is we want more time with the people that we love, and we want more freedom. And we have found a way to do that while still massively working hard on something that we love, this dream. And it's been such a wild ride. So everything that I share with you has been through experience or things that we've learned and grown through. So welcome to Rewritten. Super excited to have you here. I love, love, love learning myself. And I'm obsessed with listening to podcasts and YouTube. I call people my virtual mentors. That's the coolest thing about the internet, is that I think the internet can be so good. People can misuse it, and then therefore we want to blame the internet, but really it's people, right? When they're super negative or harsh or judgmental or mean, opinionated, whatever. But I think the access to the internet for the good is such an incredible thing, because I get access to amazing people who have done what I seek to do, and they're my virtual mentors. And I just cannot get enough. I love listening and hearing them talk about their failures and how it gave them the greatest lessons. I love seeing, their journey through entrepreneurship or through struggles. And it just encourages me that I can do it. And so I hope that you get that from Rewritten as well. But when I was listening to something, one of my virtual mentors was interviewing someone, and he had said, do you struggle with not feeling enough? Is that a battle that you have? And this person responded and said, initially. And I can identify with that when I first started my journey of entrepreneurship 5 years ago, am I enough? Will people listen to me? Will they find me inspiring? Will they want to join alongside me? Can I actually do this? Because I'm not qualified. I didn't get a business degree. I'm just a teacher, right? Do I really have what it takes? Because there are people telling me I don't. And I did. I had people tell me that I wasn't qualified. I had people point out my grammatical errors. I had people make fun of me and tell me that what I was doing was silly and ridiculous, even family. And so I had to trust my gut. And so it went from feeling not enough to learning, oh, you know what? Like, to what standard? To what metric? What would that even mean? Because if I know in my heart that I care about people and I want to live more healthy and fit and happy, and I want other people to experience that, heck, I'm more than qualified because I care about people, right? I had to make this mental shift into the people who are trying to vote on how I should live my life and decide I'm not taking any votes. Their opinion, nope, can't, nope. And it was also an internal battle that I had to work through, that my old self was trying to get in the way of the new self. And it was trying to bring me down. I was trying to bring my own self down. I was trying to get in my head. And I had to, because of personal development, become massively aware. And I always say awareness breeds responsibility. So because I was aware of it, I became responsible and would just have to remind myself, Julianne, you're just trying. You're just living life. And your heart, people might question your integrity, but you know in your heart you care so deeply about people and you want them to live their best life. Lead with that. And that's exactly what I did. So it shifted. And this is my point, and I'll share it in a moment. It shifted from, am I enough? Can I do this? To, am I too much? Do I post too much? Do I talk too much? On the opposite end of that, am I not listening enough? Do I lead too much? Am I being too intense? Am I being too relentless? Am I being too much? And what's crazy about that and that realization is I had just listened to that podcast, and when that person, that entrepreneur was sharing that, I'm not even kidding. A few hours later, I looked over at Eric and I said, was that too much? Because I jumped in on a call and shared my heart when I wasn't the one leading the call. And he looked at me and he said, you're doing exactly what that person was describing in that podcast. And then it hit me, wow, I graduated from am I enough to knowing I'm enough to am I too much? And then it hit me, and here's the lesson. We're never going to be fully satisfied. There's never going to be a time that we are fully in, fully confident, always going to be on top of our game. We are going to battle our mindsets. We are going to battle the way that we live and the old way that we lived. And the way to work through it is to become aware of it, talk about it, and keep on going. And we might have to course correct on our journey there. But I wanted to share that with you because I think it's super easy to look at people and think that they have it all figured out, or that they're just always happy and always satisfied. And I think people do that with money too. They think that, if I just had more money, I'd be more happy, but that's not true. And what is true is that the growth that you get to experience in life is the ultimate goal. And so we can become aware and become better. And I look back and honestly, I am way more happier, way more healthier, living life on my own terms. I have more choices. I have more freedom. That is the way I want to live. But it doesn't take away all the struggle and doubt. It has definitely minimized it to a massive extent. And I'm super grateful for that because there are lots of people living out insecurity every single day. There are people living out their past every single day. Blame, ungratefulness, anger, right? Resentment. They're choosing to live that way. And that is not how I want to live. And I really do think that the experiences that we go through in life are here to shape us. So friend, you might go from, am I not enough? Like, am I enough? Can I even really do this? And you might be challenged by that from others or yourself. But if you continue to dig in and work on yourself and trust this process, you're going to move past that. But I do have to say it's probably going to come to another point of, am I being too much? Do I need to slow down? Am I just too ambitious, right? And I need to tell you that you just need to trust your gut because you are not too much. Especially if you're trying to put out empowering messages, you're encouraging, you're lifting up, you're wanting to share best practices, you want other people to be successful. If those types of things are your best intentions and that's how you want it to be, you can never be too much. You can never be too grateful. You can never be too happy, right? And that's something that I have to remind myself, that is, if I sincerely want people to grow, I can't be too much for that, because there are people needed in life for that. So be too much, okay? Be too much, my friend. Be too happy. Be too healthy. And just share and show others that they can be as well. Thank you for tuning in. If you could screenshot this, let me know how this episode spoke to you. I'm so grateful you're a part of this community. I'm so grateful that you have all these dreams and ambitions. Trust the process. It's time plus consistency, entrepreneurship, living the life you dreamed of, being the best mom, wife, best teacher, nurse, whatever it is. It just requires a level of you of working on yourself. More than anything, self-care, self-love, that is going to help every other area in your life. Tag me. I can't wait to see how this spoke to you. Talk to you soon.